Why this reader, I repeat, would be interested in reading a novel titled The Lost Steps, which speaks of possible voyages in real time, not virtual, not future, and was published in the for many remote year of 1953. Why? What might one hope to get out of it? In this, my 9th or 10th reading of this novel by Alejo Carpentier, convinced that I will still encounter new surprises, that its congenial story will take me in once more, I think of the values and qualities that transform great works of art into permanent revelations, polysemic, defined by their privileged resistance to the blows of time in a war that levels so many walls and pedestals, an unceasing chronological struggle that, in our day, a day of influencers who feign to possess the truth, has taken on the proportions of a massacre at speeds so vertiginous they make obsolete by night what was the height of novelty in the morning. Art entails a kind of knowledge that is undoubtedly transcendent in character, and yet art is something more. Aesthetic creation possesses the faculty of showing from within to humanity, as a universal entity beyond time, the reality that surrounds it, and of reflecting through it and within it the doubts, uncertainties, and even the revelations and learning that characterize us. Only in this way is it possible to make sense of the fact that today we read, and beyond that are moved by, the classics of the Greek tragedians. Poor Oedipus, Prometheus forever bound, that the outrages of Lady Macbeth still horrify us, that the absurd adventures of Don Quixote provoke laughter and compassion in similar degrees. This is why George Orwell's 1984, written in the middle of the foregoing century with reference to a future that is already past, remains so disturbing and revealing in our present place and time. True art speaks of circumstance, but also of the eternal, being rooted in the investigation of the human condition, taking as its protagonist the immortal man, you, me, us, we have been and will be until we are replaced, or not, by those artificial intelligences that produce such dread in me. Its great mission, as Flaubert wrote, is no more and no less than to reach the soul of things. But let us make these affirmations a bit clearer. In the final pages of The Lost Steps, the narrator and protagonist of the novel, apprised of the enormity of the error that led him to take a decision, reflects, "You dwell in ignorance as you embark upon new roads, and do not recognize marvels as you live them, stepping out past the familiar, beyond what man has cordoned off. You grow vain in the privilege of discovery, and think yourself the owner of unknown paths, and you tell yourself you can repeat this feat whenever you wish. And one day, you are foolish enough to retrace your steps, thinking that the exceptional can be exceptional again. But when you return, you find the landscape changed, the reference points erased, the informant's faces different." Written in 1953, in principle for the men and women of 1953, this reflection on the impossibility of reliving the exceptional, on the fleeting nature of the contingency or hazard, concurrent chance, the writer José Lezama Lima called it, that flares up one time in our existence and is virtually never repeated, was valid for the generations that came before the characters of The Lost Steps, and naturally remained so for those living at the time. In essence, the novel's hero has confronted the eternal drama of decision involved in the exercise of free will, the trial that free will, as put into practice, implies. The singular value of its artistry lies in the enduring pertinence of this conclusion of crossroads for those of us who read the novel today.